Senhoras e senhores, agora
Garrick, Lions in the one. After knowing the lineup for Netherlands, it's time to sing and dance again. Martin Garrick, Lions.
Has the feel of a Portuguese out for the right to be the first name on a brand new trophy. Europe's reigning champions and its renaissance. Portugal, though, have won all three. Indication for Alberto Undiano Mayenko, whose final whistle today will end an outstanding refereeing career. A veteran of the 2010 World Cup, he has already this, and there is no final it is not worth winning. Nothing like the first time, and who to have reinvigorated him as an international player, as indeed he has breathed fresh air into the. There is a sense that with him at the helm, they are finding themselves. Ronaldo. William Carvalho. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bruno. Goal. It's really unselfish play. Could easily have taken a shot on himself here, but he knew the right thing to do was to lay that ball wide. Wonderfully weighted pass. The Dutch did.
With Lille, who finished second behind the runaway winners PSG. Foul by Van Dijk on Ronaldo. Summer in France. He's one of those coaches who can appear rather world-weary, but his gentle, inconspicuous wisdom very obviously
doesn't dive in. And then Bergwijn has plenty to think about because the centre-half's not selling himself.
Ronaldo squeeze it through and Guerrero brings it clear. And Ronaldo helps it on. And Bernardo's... And Portugal have a clearing free kick.
Yeah, it was a good piece of refereeing. The counter-attack was on. Ronaldo was clearly fouled, but Portugal still had the ball. That's where the foul was committed.
Snatched back by Semedo. Sifted up to Ronaldo. Over smooth football this from Portugal. Ronaldo couldn't dovetail with it. Fouled by Font. Ronaldo's on the gallop, but he couldn't keep it alive.
Well, the Dutch are closing in on nearly 65% possession, but so far Rui Patricio has had pretty much nothing to do. Work has gone.
Guerrero on the dash again. Ronaldo came in pretty good form, unbeaten in 9 games since last summer's World Cup. And here's Ronaldo beating it against Van Dijk.
It's the first real match-up between the game's two standout individuals. And once again with Virgil van Dijk.
Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes with outwhip. The downward header had force from Ronaldo.
There's a wicked ball in, nice and flat, plenty of pace on it. Makes it easy then for Silerson to deal with. He doesn't really connect with it properly there. I think it's actually Font with the final header, as that ball is played in. Is he the one that gets to it first?
Guerrero's delivery, Ronaldo's header!
And so well, they're catching the Portuguese offside time and time again. They all squeeze up en masse. There's at least 2 Portuguese players offside. You see what Portugal are trying to...
In the opening game of Euro 2004. Danilo picked it off. Carvalho got it moving, and Valio, and now the Portuguese can break with Guedes. And Ronaldo. Semedo's cross is beyond the reach of Ronaldo. He can go and fetch it back. And drive at Dumfries. And set it for Guedes.
The Dutch defenders back there.
It is Ronaldo. Fernandes. Ronaldo. Guerreiro. Playing when Portugal have the ball frequently as an inside forward. Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Had eyes only for one thing.
When he gets out on that.
Technically adept teams, each wary of the other.
Yeah, this is when Ronaldo drifts into those wide areas. And whether it be fullbacks or centre halves, it's just so hard to deal with him because he pulls you in close and then.
And Portugal certainly have had more of the ball. Midfield tonight, who also started the Euro 2016 final. Out of the reach of Cristiano Ronaldo, who did start that night in the company of Nani, but had 5 minutes into the now retired Ricardo Quaresma.
It's been a very similar performance tonight for Holland. Plenty of the ball up to the final third, just a lack of quality when they get the ball in the final third.
Ronaldo bursting away from De Rome, swerving off to Ligt.
Cristiano Ronaldo, rather than beat everybody, plays a brilliantly weighted, unselfish forward pass, and Van Dijk.
Series of very, very high-level tackles. Move, and hasn't stopped moving. Ronaldo. Guedes. Ronaldo. And now an outpouring of Portuguese partisanship!
Didn't start the semi-finals, it was a big call from...
Too penetrative. And here is Guedes cutting in from his left flank again.
He's coming in from a wide area, you move your feet, get yourself into a position to make the save.
Ronaldo is offside. Minutes, a long way from the back. And Ronaldo is urging them forward.
But this is Ronaldo, his value to the team. He's not just a goal scorer, he'll get back and defend with his life.
Contributed 17 goals, and actually he finished his season with 7 in his last 6 games. So Patricio with a super pass for Ronaldo. Rafa Silva.
His feet, but just couldn't get over the top of this. Well, again, that is clearly a foul.
Aimed up instead towards Ronaldo. Thumped away by Ruben Diaz. Juggled on by Ronaldo. Dumfries. Carvalho's challenge was a rugged one. Lined it up in front of those faces. Angle to the one he enjoyed the other night. Goalkeeper's positioning, but didn't get it right. Silerson has this test. Cristiano Ronaldo, not this time. Just than that. Ronaldo penned in. I was about to say the touch when the draw was made and
he gives it to players who can win the game.
Ronaldo can run it down here. We're beyond the 3 minutes. Portugal had the better of the Netherlands, and based on Van Dijk was masterful again in defence, but in that personal battle between the two standouts,
These players are giving these young Portuguese players as well that confidence to know you can win competitions.
Well, a word about the competition in general. Andy, we've had this conversation a few times. We have hosted this competition, I must say.
Future competitions, were they ever going to get back to what we've seen from Holland in the past? But there's a young generation of hungry players there. Ronald Koeman is encouraging them to play on the front foot. The Nations League it looks very bright for us. Again, like Portugal, there's a lot of good young players there who are going to develop.
Disappointment, of course, there will be, but there is little reason for them to the oldest of the European champions. And so it is via this Nations League that Europe has another flamboyant feather in the cap of their people, led forward by their own irrepressible, irreplaceable phenomenon. Yes, you, CR7. Still the undisputed kings of their continent, the reigning European champions, and now, first ever winners of the UEFA Nations League, Portugal. And as the fireworks fizz and the ticker tape.
But he's been a real team player, and we've seen that over the last couple of games.
We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, and he has. Portugal have their hands on the trophy.